Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
From the Grenadian capital, this is Network News for Wednesday, April 23, 2025. In the headlines, heavy rain causes traffic issues in eastern parishes. Anne and Williams to face court once again after escaping prison and being recaptured. The NDC opens its doors to a new type of member. The RGPF trains new pre-deal larceny officers. Also in the news, regionally, bus plunges off precipice in St. Lucia. Internationally, Donald Trump mulls reversing China tariffs. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada finishes 5th in regional under-15 tournament, and government told to stop the old talk and deliver. We'll be back after these words.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
From GBN, I'm Kenroy Baptiste. While parts of Lower St. David and St. George remained dry, early morning commuters in sections of St. Andrew and Upper St. David faced major disruptions due to heavy rainfall. We have details in this report.
Traffic was at a standstill in some parts along the eastern corridor Wednesday morning as heavy downpours resulted in flash floods, overflowing rivers, and roadblocks due to a buildup of debris. Speaking to people who were impacted in the community of Crowshoe, Freedom Street, this caught them by surprise, since typically this should be the peak of the dry season.
Yes, well, there's a lot of, the bridge was overflow of Mamakan as well. A lot of water, they can't even walk, the vehicle can't even pass, right? So that affected me from going to work earlier than normal, normally go for eat, you know? Yeah.
Water was well raging, a bus cut off right there. And the water was just pelting up with all this big debris and things, all in front here, and it was water. It was surprising because I don't think it is the rainy season yet. You know, I don't know what time this morning the rain started because I went to bed about 12 o'clock and it was no rain. About 6 o'clock up to about like after 8.
Right, somebody called me this morning and they told me the bridge flooded and then buses and them she had to left 5:30. And when she reached here, she had to wait about a whole half an hour to get a bus because the bus and them was reaching across it and they couldn't go across. And they couldn't cross the bridge to go down. So because of this the height of rain that come down. And suddenly that rain doesn't come down in April, we will look for rain from the middle of May, June going back down. That was the rain season.
One resident said he does not entirely blame the accumulation of debris that caused the blockade and subsequent overflow of the river on individuals' actions. He said construction of the wall and the size of culverts pose a challenge.
People don't jump in bamboo in the river. What happened when the dry season? Like when trees dry in the dry season up in the mountainside, when the rain fall and the river take this amount of stuff from the mountain then, when the rain fall in the mountain, you take that force, so when it comes down with this log of wood and things like that, things that rotten on the side of the river, when the river bank flood, you take this extra load and carry it down. So that's why you catch the blockage in the junction here. But look at that. See how we come down with this big lager wood and them, that's what those cause the blockage. You understand? Because when you reach here now, the bridge, the volume of water and the mouth of the bridge is so small. Right? You take a look at the volume of the water. Presently the rain stopped about a whole hour ago. And once the volume of the water is coming down. You understand? And if you can go after the same volume. So when you come down with this lager wood and them and reach here now, this litter with somebody and boy take it out. Because this litter that was black in water. So you go flood there and make this one. So somebody will try to black.
More heavy rainfall is forecasted for the western side of the island overnight into tomorrow.
Christina John with that report. Heavy overnight rains have left parts of St. Andrew and St. David with flash flooding. The National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, is warning that more rain is underway and residents across the island are being urged to take precautions. Rena Pitt Thomas tells us more.
Heavy rainfall triggered flash flooding in several communities across St. Andrew and St. David early Wednesday morning. According to Ruth Jacob Roberts, Public Information Officer at the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, the downpour resulted from a tropical system interacting with a moisture-laden weather front.
According to the Grenada Meteorological Services, the weather activity was caused by a trough system and a surge of moisture supported by an upper-level jet, which created conditions favorable for cloud development, thunderstorms, and localized flooding in some parts of St. Andrew. However, improvement in conditions is expected by this afternoon.
Roberts noted that additional rainfall is expected from Wednesday night into Thursday, but this time with greater impact anticipated on the western side of the island.
On the other hand, as the trough moved towards the westward side of the island overnight into early tomorrow, Thursday morning, western and interior areas of the island may experience similar conditions, including heavy rainfall, flash flooding, and thunderstorms. Right? These conditions are also expected to ease by afternoon tomorrow, Thursday afternoon. Right? So residents in flood-prone areas are strongly advised not to attempt to cross flooded roads or areas or rivers, right? We want to make sure that persons are safe. And we want to say this is not a storm, it is not a hurricane, so there is really no need for undue alarm at this time.
Roberts added that NADMA, in collaboration with the Meteorological Office, will continue to monitor the weather and provide timely updates to the public.
Of course, we keep connected to the Met Office, and as they receive the information, they will give it to us, and we will continue to provide updates as is necessary. So, usually they do a 2-day forecast. So, by tomorrow, they will give us another update and we'll be able to at least share with the general public and know what is expected.
In the meantime, residents are being urged to take precautions, secure their homes, avoid flooded areas. Rena Pitt Thomas, GBN News.
Now, the Les Avocats Forest Reserve in the parish of St. David is undergoing significant restoration. This forms part of a broader initiative to combat land degradation and protect one of Grenada's most vital watersheds. We have more in this report.
The Les Avocats watershed, which provides water to the island's south through the Les Avocats Dam and Water Treatment Plant, is crucial to Grenada's water security and ecological health. However, land degradation has severely impacted the area, with the unchecked spread of invasive species like bamboo and blue maho, reducing water availability, accelerating soil erosion, and increasing debris flow, threatening both water quality and supply to nearby communities. Recognized as one of 5 national degradation hotspots during Grenada's land degradation neutrality target setting process, Les Avocats was prioritized for urgent restoration. The project was chosen for rehabilitation under the Caribbean Small Island Developing States, the CSIDS, Soil Care Phase 1 project. Restoration efforts began in February 2025 and were completed in April, led by the Partnership Initiative for Sustainable Land Management through the Multi-Country Soil Management Initiative for Integrated Land Restoration and Climate Resilient Food System. Project manager Trevor Thompson explained that the invasive species will be replaced with drought-resistant plants that provide essential shade, helping restore the watershed ecological balance.
Last 20 years or so, we've been having serious problems with flow in the dry season. And one of the reasons for this we have identified is the proliferation of blue maho and bamboo, which are huge consumers of water. So we are doing a model here to remove the invasive bamboo species, and also blue maho, which is an invasive, was introduced into Grenada, and to replace them with local species like pawdu and other species that do not require so much water.
Fieldwork for the restoration began with detailed assessments, including soil sampling and mapping of invasive species. This restoration efforts involve cutting and shading bamboo stools to prevent regrowth, selectively pruning blue maho, and clearing fallen logs to improve forest health. Thompson highlighted how these measures will support the farming community, enhance the watershed's resilience, and ensuring a more reliable water supply for local communities and agriculture.
Benefit is we hope that it will have a continuous supply of water in the dry season, so there would not be any large amount of valve regulations. We also hope that we'll see a proliferation of other wildlife in this area, because some of the species we plant in here will produce fruits and seeds that birds and other animals, wildlife could use. And the whole issue for the farmers downstream from here, those farmers will then have water also to use for irrigation purposes.
The logs from the restoration projects are being shipped to Carriacou, where the PISLM is running an integrated land management project. These logs are being used to reinforce the government's livestock facility, while the bamboo is supporting rebuilding efforts. Under Phase 1 of the Soil Care Project, the rehabilitation will cover 10 acres of degraded land with an investment of $88,158.50 EC, aimed at building long-term resilience through land restoration in this critical watershed. The project is supported by the Global Environment Facility, GEF, with implementation assistance from the Food and Agricultural Organization and the Grenada Ministry of Agriculture, Lands, Forestry, Marine Resources, and Cooperatives. Christina John, GBN News.
The story to report: a high-profile murder case is now set to move swiftly to the High Court, bypassing the traditional preliminary inquiry process. Here's what we can tell you. Annin Williams, the man charged in the fatal stabbing of well-known juice vendor Aaron Dollar Dragon, will face a paper committal this August, a legal procedure that fast-tracks serious cases without a full hearing at the Magistrates Court. Nisha Paul has more on what this means for the case and the road to trial.
The non-capital murder case against Annin Williams is officially on track to be elevated to the High Court, with August 21st set for the paper committal process. The date was confirmed this week when the matter came up before Chief Magistrate Francine Foster at the St. George's No. 1 Magistrates Court. Williams is accused of fatally stabbing 29-year-old Aaron Anthony Dragon, a beloved coconut and juice vendor known in his community as dollar. The deadly altercation occurred on August 24th in the lower Monjaloo, Marion area. According to police reports, Dragon sustained multiple stab wounds to the neck and left forearm following a confrontation with Williams shortly after 7 a.m. The incident marked Grenada's 14th homicide of the year. Williams was arrested and charged shortly after the incident and has been on $50,000 bail since last September. He is required to report to the Central Police Station 3 times a week under strict bail conditions set by the High Court. Williams is being represented by a legal team led by attorney Peter David, who has openly stated the charge should be reconsidered based on the circumstances surrounding the incident. As the matter bypasses the preliminary inquiry stage, the paper committal process will determine whether there is sufficient evidence to move directly to trial before the High Court. Dragon, described by friends and family as a hard-working father and respected member of the community, left behind a young son and a community still grappling with his loss. With the paper committal now set, all eyes are on the August 21st date as the justice system moves forward in one of Grenada's most talked about cases of 2024. For GBN News, I am Nisha Paul.
Still to come in Network News, the National Democratic Congress opens its doors to a new kind of member. Stay with us.
Take charge of your financial journey by switching to an Own Your Own loan at Ariza Credit Union. Ariza's Own Your Own loan is as unique as you are because we know one size fits all does not fit you. With Own Your Own loan, you get unmatched benefits including lower interest rates, flexible repayment options, discounted loan and legal fees, and savings from hardware suppliers. Tailor-made options that put you in control. Switch now and step into the life you were always meant to live with Ariza's Own Your Own loan. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future. Call us today at 440-1759 or visit our website at arizacu.com.
Angie, don't you know that you should not fly kites near electrical poles and wires? You should only fly it in open areas. If the kite gets stuck, it can cause power outages throughout the village.
Then I'll just pull it down, Johnny. Simple?
No. You shouldn't do that. You can get shocked. You should call Grenlec at 237 and they will come and help.
Alright.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG United processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG United. Good like that.
How am I supposed to finish cooking like this? I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future. It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know. What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
Don't call me small. I'm dreaming big. I'm gonna have it all. ACB, SME, start, manage, expand. Taking on all my competition. Got the whole bag's attention. your success? Call us at 444-4919 or visit us at acbonline.com to learn more. Start, manage, expand your business today.
One venue, 3 cars, $35,000 in cash. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the big one, because on Saturday, May 3rd from 6 p.m., get set for the biggest event for 2025, the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo at the National Stadium. You can win 3 mint-condition cars, a Suzuki Ignis, a Suzuki Swift Sports, and a Honda Vezel Plus. But wait, that's not all. You can also win $35,000 in cash.
Whoa, is this real?
Yes, it is. 3 cars plus $35,000 in cash. Tickets are $60 for 1 or $100 for 2. This will definitely be the event for 2025. Don't miss the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Saturday, May 3rd at the National Stadium. Brought to you by Carib. It's the way we play.
Get ready, Grenada, for more great track and field action on May 17th and 18th at the Kirani James Stadium as our athletes strive for supremacy at the Classic Lighting Athletic Championship. Come support our stars as they sprint, jump, and throw. It's the Classic Lighting Athletic Championship, May 17th and 18th, Kirani James Stadium from 11 a.m. Start preparing now.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep, including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or Renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The National Democratic Congress is making moves to broaden its base. At its recent party convention, the NDC approved a key constitutional change aimed at welcoming new kinds of members. The NDC has amended its constitution to allow organizations such as credit unions and labor unions to become members of the party. Speaking on GBN's To The Point program this morning, Ron Redhead, Public Relations Officer of the party, announced the recent constitutional change. According to him, the amendment was among several approved by delegates during the party's convention in March.
One of the things that we have done in the review constitutional process of the NDC is to ensure that we included the membership of groups. So we want to announce this because it's something that we intend to roll out in time to come, where even a credit union or a labor union could become a non-voting member of the National Democratic Congress.
He said the inclusion of groups will have significant influence on the policies adopted by the party.
And they would have tremendous influence and power of the party and its policy or platform going into government and in other aspects of building society. And it's always good to have that collaboration because I think people underestimate the power of political parties. They are strong when election comes about, but after that, largely they die. But what we need them to do is to constantly be alive and to be engaging the people, having fun, bringing people together, ensuring that we reduce on some of the idle time and the crime and the violence in that way. So we believe that this is the way to go, and it's one of the elements of the, I don't want to say new NDC, but the new energy that is emerging and emanating from the National Democratic Congress.
The NDC has not issued a release on the various amendments approved at its recent convention, but based on discussion by party officials, the announcement on group membership is the second to be disclosed publicly. The first was the inclusion of the position of Deputy General Secretary. Osbert Charles was elected by the delegates as the inaugural holder of that office. I did not ask to be transferred. The stance of an educator who said he's not satisfied with the decision of the Ministry of Education to move him from the classroom to a post within the Ministry of Infrastructure. More in this report.
Dexter Warren, an educator with 17 years of service, staged a solo protest in the capital, St. George, on Tuesday morning. Holding placards, Warren voiced his frustration over what he describes as an unjust reassignment. Warren said his protest was sparked by what he views as the unfair and arbitrary transfer of teachers by the Public Service Commission and the Ministry of Education. He also raised serious concerns about schools' principals, alleging that some engage in bullying, disrespect, belittlement, and harassment of teachers in an effort to have them removed from the schools where they were permanently assigned.
Teaching at this prominent secondary school in St. John for at least 17 years now. I've been a teacher of electrical, and now I'm also a teacher of electrical and of physics. And last Thursday, the Ministry of Education, the acting Chief Education Officer, Miss Kathy James, and her associate, Miss Latoya Joseph, called us down in the ministry on Thursday and informed myself and some of our other and my other associates that we will no longer be teaching at the St. Joe's Modern Secondary School. I've been teaching there for 17 years. My associates 115 and the other 120 something years. They said to us that we are transferred and we are being placed on assignment in different areas of the ministry.
Although he has yet to receive any formal documentation regarding his reassignment, Warren disclosed what he claims was communicated by the acting chief education officer.
I was placed on assignment in the area of infrastructure, physical development, or something relational. One long name. I said to her, so what is the rationale? What is the reason? What have I done that warranted that type of behavior? I said, are you giving me a recommendation, or is this the directive? She said to me, she is giving me the directive unofficially from the Public Service Commission, because I am yet still awaiting the official letter that shows that this transfer on assignment is effective, which I have not received as yet, which when I receive, if nothing is done, I would have to take other actions in the process. I have not asked to be transferred on assignment. I am not interested in being transferred on assignment. My other colleagues have not asked for transfer. They have not asked for anything. And
he further described the situation as a form of victimization, not only against himself, but also against his colleagues. According to Warren, he has written to the Ministry of Education on multiple occasions over the past 5 years, but said those concerns have consistently gone unanswered. He is now calling on the relevant authorities to step in.
Now, the backdrop of all of this comes on the fact that we have had problems at our school with the principal, with her behavior, the way that she handles matters, the way that she talks to us, the way that she talks to other persons of staff. And because we are probably the persons who would ask questions, who would raise issues, the Ministry of Education did not see it fit to deal with the principal or to address the issue. What they saw it fit to do was to uproot us from our life and put us in all different positions. Now I am here today. My colleagues, they are not standing here with me, but they are doing their work in the background. And we are not happy with the decision that the public service has taken. We are not happy with the executive order that they have issued through Ms. Cathy and James, who is the acting chief education officer at the moment. We are asking that the Minister of Education, we are asking that the Prime Minister, those in authority, look into the actions of the Public Service Commission, because the responsibility of the Public Service Commission, it is to serve the public and serve the public properly and fairly.
GBN's news desk attempted to get clarification from the acting chief education officer regarding Warren's claims. However, all calls to the office went unanswered. Chrislina John, GBN News.
A prisoner who made headlines a few weeks ago after escaping His Majesty's prisons is now set to face trial in the High Court. Johansen Baptiste, who was recaptured in early April, appeared unrepresented at the St. George's Magistrates Court on Tuesday. Several new charges were brought against him. Baptiste, who made a daring escape from His Majesty's prisons in late February, was recaptured during a sting operation by law enforcement officers on April 3, 8 days later, around 8 p.m. in Montrouge. The 29-year-old Grandins Valley resident had been serving a 5-year sentence for minor offenses. He had roughly 1 year remaining when he fled custody. He now faces additional charges for escaping lawful custody, stealing, attempted breaking, damage to property, and housebreaking. Following Tuesday's committal, he was returned to prison. Well, the Predial Larceny Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force is expanding its team in a renewed effort to combat agricultural theft, an issue that continues to threaten the livelihoods of farmers across the country. The rest of the details in this report.
45 new recruits are currently undergoing training to become predial larceny prevention officers. The initiative is part of a bold push by the Ministry of Agriculture to safeguard Grenada's farmers and strengthen national food security. Selected from over 200 applicants, the recruits began an intensive 5-week training program on Monday at Camp Salines. The course is being conducted by the instructors from the Royal Grenada Police Force Training School. Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Lennox Andrew, officially opened the training session. He urged the recruits to take full advantage of the opportunity and to carry out their future responsibilities with integrity and professionalism.
If we, in fact, can not just control, but eradicate perennial larceny in our country, then we would be making one of the biggest contributions to the social and economic transformation of our homeland and of our people.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Isaac Bagwan, described perennial larceny as the cancer of the agriculture sector and praised the unit's ongoing efforts to address the issue head-on.
We have a budgetary allocation of approximately $600,000 that we put in towards this unit. Again, it is not two separate units, it is one unit under the RGPF. Of course, the Ministry of Agriculture under Inspector Daniel would manage that aspect, but we do expect some of the issues that would come up may be criminal in intent, and of course the police have to do the initial investigation, etc., and you of course would supplement and to be able to follow through.
Superintendent Holly George also underscored the importance of this recruitment drive, stating that the addition of new officers is long overdue. He emphasized its crucial role in enhancing food security and tackling perennial larceny more effectively.
We had partnered in the past with the Ministry of Agriculture, and there was a vibrant perennial larceny team that experienced a lot of difficulties, and though it's still alive, it's struggling. So you coming in at this juncture, a new blood, is ideal and very, very important. You to give it your all, give it your best, because you will be standing in the gap to help try and revive our food security within Grenada.
Christina John, GBN News.
Network News will be right back. Stick.
Me a 38 but you are 92. Yeah. You need the number one run, man. That is it. No what? Nice. Yeah. Look number one. Yeah, me too, man.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number one rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
Need to install or repair your plumbing? We've got you covered. Whether you're setting up a new washing machine, replacing a leaking faucet, or fixing that pesky dripping pipe, the Plumbing Supply Store is your go-to place in Grenada. We offer a wide range of plumbing products to make both new installations and maintenance a breeze. Our shelves are stocked with top quality products including pressure and waste fittings. And if you've been struggling with blocked drains, have you heard of Melt? This powerful drain-unblocker liquid is a game changer, designed to prevent and clear blockages, making it ideal for hairdressers dealing with clogged wash sinks. We also carry a wide selection of repair kits and replacement parts to bring new life to all plumbing fixtures. Visit us today on the Woodlands Main Road or call 444-1377 for expert advice, top-notch products, and a warm welcome. At the Supply Store, we do everything plumbing.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada Love Story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. brings 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grandance, Gittins Health and Wellness Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmata, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad complements Classic Lighting Caribbean.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please.
Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet?
Yes, multi-X, all of them.
Smart. Best value bet. Backup and multi-X. You cannot go wrong.
Don't matter the bets, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily Pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Shop with confidence at Courts. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Courts. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Attention all divers, snorkelers, and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinaire Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
A group of music producers in Grenada wrapped up an intensive workshop designed to sharpen their skills and elevate the sound of Grenadian music. Rena Thomas reports.
31 local music producers have completed a one-week masterclass aimed at improving the quality and global appeal of Grenadian music. The workshop, called Bring the Beat, the Music Producer Masterclass, was held at the True Blue Bay Resort and ran from April 14th to the 23rd. It was organized by the Ministry of Creative Affairs and facilitated by well-known Trinidadian music producer Casey Phillips. Janelle Lewis is the project officer at the Office of Creative Affairs.
Bring the Beat, as it's known, Bring the Beat, the Music Producers Masterclass. It's an advanced masterclass for music producers here in Grenada. So as you know, we've had numerous capacity building initiatives over the last almost 2 years. So now this one is specific for the skills. So for the music producers to expand on their skills. And it's actually an advanced class. So it was for music producers who are actually in the business, experienced and in the business. And of course, we have yours truly here who was able to get them to hone in on those skills.
Lewis says the response to the initiative was overwhelming from the moment it was announced. She also spoke of some of the benefits that the producers can tap into after the workshop.
Everything flows into the initiatives that we have at GOCA. So then there's a capacity building now. In some of the sessions, Casey showed them different types of equipment, what works well, pricing and things like that. Out of that, they may opt to get a loan from the Business Development Fund to get new equipment. We also have the Music Producers Project, which allows them to upgrade their studio equipment. That project is kind of coming to a close. I think we're in the last batch, but they're getting a grant to upgrade their studio equipment. Even after they procure the equipment, they would get the concessions on being able to bring it in. So even if they were not able to secure the grant or not able, if it's a loan they took, the concessions would help a great deal.
Phillips, son of the legendary Trinidadian producer behind KMP Music, praised the distinct sound of Grenadian music. He emphasized that with improved technical skills, local producers are well positioned to break into the global market.
I think Grenada has now honed in on that sound and mass producing it now. It's crazy. I mean, one of my favorite, and you might laugh, is Jab King. We've been listening to Jab King for the last, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, almost 2 weeks.
Going to the waterfall and playing Jab King. But it have a sound. Lava Man have a sound. All the music have a sound. Expert have a sound. Grenada just have that thing. It's hard to describe.
At the closing ceremony held earlier today, each participant received a certificate of participation, marking a proud milestone in their creative development.
The new techniques that we have learned, what Casey has shared as a producer, what he has learned over the years, is going to help us in elevating our music to another level. And I think it's something that we have needed for a long time.
Casey teaching us his tricks and different things that he's learned over the years, where we would have been missing something like this for a long time, and this initiative has been amazing and obviously life-changing.
Both Phillips and Lewis was speaking on GBN's Good Morning show, where they expressed enthusiasm for future workshops, underscoring their commitment to nurturing Grenada's growing music industry. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
This is good. I like it. We'll be right back.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Get ready, Grenada, for more great track and field action on May 17th and 18th at the Kirani James Stadium as our athletes strive for supremacy at the Classic Lighting Athletic Championship. Come support our stars as they sprint, jump, and throw. It's the Classic Lighting Athletic Championship, May 17th and 18th, Kirani James Stadium from 11 a.m. Start preparing now.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
One venue, 3 cars, $35,000 in cash. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the big one, because on Saturday, May 3rd from 6 p.m., get set for the biggest event for 2025, the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo at the National Stadium. You can win 3 mint-condition cars, a Suzuki Ignis, a Suzuki Swift Sports, and a Honda Vezel Plus. But wait, that's not all. You can also win $35,000 in cash.
Whoa, is this real?
Yes, it is. 3 cars plus $35,000 in cash. Tickets are $60 for 1 or $100 for 2. This will definitely be the event for 2025. Don't miss the massive Cars and Cash Mega Bingo, Saturday, May 3rd at the National Stadium. Brought to you by Carib. It's the way we play.
Sporting fans, good evening. The Windward Islands wrapped up their campaign in the just concluded CWI Rising Stars Boys Under 15 50 over Championships, finishing 5th. The tournament concluded in Antigua today following a defeat to Jamaica in the final round. The team had entered the competition with high hopes, especially after a strong start, securing a victory over the Leeward Islands in their opening match. 6 regional teams competed across 5 exciting rounds of 50 over cricket, all vying for top honours in this premier youth tournament. The Rising Stars Championship serve as a critical platform for nurturing the next generation of West Indies cricket talent. Well, West Indies all-rounder Kyle Myers has officially signed with Islamabad United as a replacement player for the remainder of the 10th edition of the Pakistan Super League, PSL. Here's what we can tell you. Myers, known for his explosive batting and effective medium-pace bowling, fills the gap left by South Africa's Rassie van der Dussen and Australia's Matt Short, both of whom have become unavailable. The 31-year-old, who has represented the West Indies across all formats, is known for his aggressive style at the top of the batting order. His inclusion provides Islamabad United with a significant boost as they push to defend their title and become the first franchise to win 3 PSL championships. Myers brings with him a wealth of T20 experience, having featured in major leagues such as the Caribbean Premier League, CPL, Indian Premier League, IPL, and Bangladesh Premier League, BPL, making him a well-rounded addition to the PSL stage. All right. A senior coach is calling on the government to take decisive action in supporting Grenada's athletes. Veteran coach Wayne Maxwell made the appeal following the return of Grenada's track and field team from the 52nd Carifta Games in Trinidad, where the team secured 13 medals, 2 gold, 6 silver, and 5 bronze. According to Maxwell, the time for discussions is over, as immediate action is needed.
Repetitiously promises are given and it fall out like rain out of the sky. Our artists, our future. These are the young us. I am so tired with talk. I hope some meaning is given. Since we have worked in putting people to represent us, we hope it reciprocates. Over 36 years, I hear so much talk in the sport. I am at my ebb of frustration. Let us invest into these young people. They are our future and not just now. And I'd like to have a dialogue with them. Let's ensure their comfort. Let us ensure when they leave the schools and the park, they have a home of comfort they can go in. And keep in mind, some of them are still running with Croc. Some even have a proper sneaker, and they're going out to represent our country. Let us fix this. Enough is enough. We have been trying and try for too long. Let us take action.
He urged young athletes to continue pushing for excellence regardless of the obstacles.
And athletes, just a few of you are leaving us. We have the co-host of you next year. Again, go back and work. Don't just go and settle. We are not supposed to settle in inexactitudes. We're supposed to work on growth. And as we work, aspire, dream, fantasize, whatever you want, but put work to it. And work hard, and you are going to be able to succeed. Success doesn't just come with talk. Success doesn't come with just looking on. And you have felt the pleasure of Hyatt, high-end hotel, where you're comfortably relaxed. Work harder and go out and not just represent yourselves, your parents, or your country. Represent track and field wherever it may be. Go out. Trinidad is close, but there are options and opportunities. Seek it. Ensure that your studies are great. Every day, put your 2 hours in. I will tell my athletes at ACE, I want pay. My pay is 2 hours a day. And I have seen that success for the last so much years. A number of them out being studying, doing their doctorates and masters and whatnot. You can do the same thing. Just give 2 hours a day and you'll see how you're going to amass. And you are going to really be confident, even if you twist your ankle. But when you stop running, you can survive comfortably and not having to beg.
Don't settle, work and growth. Thank you, sir. Referee officer Sheldon Carmichael has been granted an opportunity to refine his skills and deepen his expertise. He's currently participating in the FIFA 2025 seminar for regional instructors taking place from April 21 to 25 in Costa Rica. The seminar brings together top officials and referee instructors from across the region, focusing on the latest standards and training methodologies methodologies in modern football officiating. Organized by CONCACAF, the initiative aims to improve the quality and consistency of officiating throughout the region by offering advanced training to those responsible for developing referees. We can tell you too, the program includes theoretical and practical sessions led by experienced FIFA technical instructors. These instructors play a pivotal role in shaping referees who uphold the principles of integrity and fair play on the field. Carmichael's involvement in the seminar highlights the Football Association's commitment to continuous professional development and raising refereeing standards within the region. That's the sports news for now. A bus in St. Lucia careened off a road on Easter Monday, plunging into a precipice and leaving the driver and a female passenger injured. Authorities are now investigating the cause of what transpired.
A bus veered off the road near Massey Store Supermarket and plunged into a deep precipice in Choiseul on Easter Monday afternoon, leaving the driver and the female passenger injured. Southern correspondent Desmond Collymore was the first representative of a news outlet on the scene. He spoke to an eyewitness who claimed that the driver of the bus was apparently attempting to evade parked vehicles. Emergency responders, including firefighters and EMTs from the St. Lucia Fire Service, rushed to the scene. A retired police officer was already assisting the injured when they arrived. The 24-year veteran of the service stated that the male driver sustained injuries to his right leg and the female passenger sustained injuries to her back. Paramedics stabilized both individuals at the site of the crash before transporting them to the hospital. The response of the St. Lucia Fire Service personnel underscores their rigorous training in low-angle rescue techniques. This proficiency has been previously documented in a series covered by Southern correspondent Desmond Collymore. Joaquin Lacey, HDS News Force.
Further afield, U.S. President Donald Trump is hinting that he may reverse course on his massive 145% tariff on China, saying it will come down substantially, but it won't be zero. It comes as Elon Musk is refocusing his attention on his car company Tesla and away from the Department of Government Efficiency after a disappointing earnings report showing revenue for the company is tumbling. NBC's Today has more.
This morning, some relief. After dramatic plunges amid President Trump's trade war, the market's bouncing back Tuesday.
Every sector closing firmly in the green.
As the administration signaled it may dial down the tension with China, the president saying the massive 145% tariff may be lowered.
It'll come down substantially, but it won't be zero.
And the Treasury Secretary telling investors there will be a de-escalation. Trump also reassuring Wall Street by saying he has no intention of firing Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. But uncertainty has ruled the markets over the past few weeks as investors wonder what's next in the trade war.
A reminder of the headlines right after this. This is Network News. A reminder of the headlines before we leave you. Heavy rain causes traffic issues in eastern parishes. Anne Williams to face court once again after escaping prison and being recaptured. The National Democratic Congress opens its doors to a new kind of member. The RGPF trains new pre-deal larceny officers. Also in the news regionally, bus plunges off precipice in St. Lucia. Internationally, U.S. President Donald Trump mulls reversing China tariff. Plus, in the sports news, Grenada finishes 5th in regional under-15 tournament, and government told to stop the old talk and deliver. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the GBN newsroom. We're based in the Grenadian capital. Thank you so much for tuning in to the broadcast. Good night.